Back in Lesson 1, we went over some of the navigation options you have in the various centers in QuickBooks, including the Customer Center. In this session, we want to explore the Customer Center deeper, starting with setting up a new customer. To get into the Customer Center, simply click on the Customer drop-down menu and select the first choice, Customer Center. Once selected, you will see 3 panels of information. The first panel here shows the customers and jobs you have set up. The second panel gives you detailed information about the customer job that is highlighted. And the third panel on the bottom shows transaction activity selected for a given customer or job. Also, the top row represents a taskbar allowing you to perform various functions. Let's click on the top left drop-down menu here and select New Customer. The window that opens provides you with several tabs and fields that can be populated. The only field that must be populated is giving your customer a name. Normally you just put in what their name is, but you can use whatever alphanumeric field you want since this name is internal only and does not appear externally. After you determine what internal name you are going to give your customer, then you can complete the first tab, which prompts you to populate the customer's address information. Although none of these fields are required, it makes sense to fill out as many of these self-explanatory fields as possible. One shortcut feature is if you put in a name in the company name field or the first and last name fields, then they will populate the customer name field above and put the name you type in as well. So you get a 3-for-1 for doing this. With regards to the fields, with a drop-down menu in the middle section, you can actually select from the drop-down choices given what name you want to give the field you are going to populate. This gives you an added level of customization in defining your customer database. Note, the field choices you select from the drop-down menu only affects the customer you are creating. It does not create a new default for these settings. Therefore, when you create a new customer, the fields reset to the original default, and then you can make your choices again. The last section on the bottom allows you to point in what is going to appear on your invoices, sales receipts, etc. So you want to take additional care to make sure this information is correct. The Ship To field allows you to create one or more Ship To addresses, and by clicking New under the drop-down menu, you can populate the standard address fields accordingly and select whether you want to be prompted if the address is complete or unclear, and whether you want the particular address you are creating to be the default by having these choices checkmarked on the bottom of the Ship To address setup screen. The buttons to the right allows you to add, edit, or delete the particular Ship To address showing. The Copy button provides the opportunity to transfer the invoice, bill, to information over if desired.